Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to Popternative. This is the podcast and talk show where we have digital discussions, the worlds of TV, film, news, sports, music, lifestyle, everything really depending on the guest. We talk about it all. As always, I'm your host, Peter Remoliotis. On social media, you know me as PD Beach. March 26th on Disney+, Mighty Ducks, The Game Changers will be launching, and we're really excited. We're speaking to someone you will see in Mighty Ducks, Game Changers. Luke Islam is with us. Luke, welcome to Popternative, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's an exciting time. We're still a couple of weeks before the show comes out, but what's going through the mind of you and the cast and crew? It's just exciting. It's finally going to launch.
Yeah, I've been talking to a couple of people. We're all super excited for you all to see it. It was filmed over a pretty long period of time, so it's almost a year now since we started filming. We're all super pumped.
Absolutely. So I do need to ask this then. The Mighty Ducks is a iconic sports and pop culture franchise. They made it a professional hockey team based on the original Disney movies.
Yeah.
Has it sunk in that you were part of such a cool and eclectic, nostalgic franchise, Luke?
Honestly, not yet. It's still super crazy. It's honestly one of the coolest things is that, we're kind of doing our own new version and take on it. So it's very, it's one of the coolest things to be part of such like a historical, trilogy.
No, it's absolutely, because I'm from Canada, so of course, hockey and Mighty Ducks,
Yeah.
You understand how excited I am. One thing that I really enjoyed about kind of seeing the trailer for this show is it felt like the original Mighty Ducks, like the way it looked.
Yeah, it's the coolest. Having Emilio back to do this was like when I found out, we didn't really know if he was gonna be doing it. So it was super exciting getting to see, he's gonna be back. And although, yes, like the original Mighty Ducks, is like such a huge factor, it's kind of cool, like how we kind of like adapted this new kind of thing into, based on the original. But it's really exciting because people who still love the show, the movie, are still gonna love the show very much, but also people, who haven't seen it, they're gonna love it too. Because
I know. Absolutely. So I wanted to know, some people knew a little bit about the Mighty Ducks and, knew about hockey. What was your kind of familiarity with the Mighty Ducks before you landed the role of Coob?
I watched the first one, I think. I hadn't seen the other two. But I loved the movie. I remember watching it with my friends a lot. Just like it's everyone, I feel like everyone pretty much knows like at least the name, the Mighty Ducks, like from everywhere. But no, I was not familiar really with ice hockey at all, or the skating world. But no, I love the movie, and it was really cool, to be a part of something that was new, because like I had never like really done any kind of like sports things before. It hasn't really been my thing. So just to start something completely new was definitely challenging, but it was so exciting.
Well, I'm happy you said what you just said, because that's a perfect segue to what I want to talk about. A lot of people also recognize you from America's Got Talent, from AGT getting the golden buzzer. So yeah, exactly, right? Because like, yeah, exactly. So you said it all right there. What was that like for you, kind of before that, the singer and performing aspect of it? Then you got into acting, but the singing was something that you were kind of recognized for before on AGT.
So before Mighty Ducks, it was one of the craziest experiences. I think from wanting it to happen for so long and like having these big dreams, it was kind of there, and like if it happens, it happens. But like, because it was so unrealistic, just like that it would even be close to coming true. So no, it was the best experience. I think a lot of different people, on that show really deserve credit because I literally couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah.
Just like I felt so like, comfortable and had the most amazing time. And it kind of like helped me realize like what I wanted to do. Like I didn't really know, I always knew theater was there, but I didn't know, film and TV could be there. So AGT just really helped me realize that like, wow, performing in general, no matter what kind of, form of art it is really going to be what I want to do. So
Did you know, because, you're performing, you're singing, you're really interested in theater and Broadway, that's our introduction to you in America's Got Talent, right? Now people are seeing that you're kind of going into acting. You're going to be on Disney Plus's Mighty Ducks. Did you know that you wanted to make that kind of shift and that transformation into acting, Luke?
I think I always had dreams of being in film and TV. I think like for sure that I knew I wanted to. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And I didn't know when either. I just was willing to like do whatever I had to do for it. But, just like, it's crazy that it even happened because I think like I think actually Mighty Ducks was my very first audition for getting into, acting. So
Wow.
I was not, I wasn't really expecting anything, especially because I had never done anything before. So it was a long shot, but I mean, it's something I've always wanted. I just didn't know if it was going to happen.
Oh,
So
absolutely. And people have seen, it's interesting because for Mighty Ducks Game Changers, there was a tease, there's like stills and everything and the announcements, like people knew you were involved with it, right? You're going to be in it. And then it was kind of a little bit of like a revealing after teaser and trailer to trailer of your character a little bit because, we see the grab, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of know what's happening a little bit there, Mr. Goalie.
Yeah. I mean, maybe honestly, Koob, he's a very cool guy. I mean, he just, he wants to just be himself and like be, I guess, the person who's always doing right. And, although he is this, like shy kid, he still has like a want to like have friends. So I think ultimately, after Evan and Nick like kind of make him feel like he is kind of having this new friendship with them, I feel like that's when he realizes like maybe I will, step out of being this, to himself kind of like deadpan guy. So
Absolutely.
I think I'm really, really excited for everyone to see what else happens with him.
No, but it's one of those things too where you see, you guys are being recruited as, the Mighty Ducks, for like the kids that were told they weren't good enough, they were too slow, they were too small. And I think what's like on what we saw in the original Mighty Ducks, I want your opinion of this, is it's showing that given the opportunity, just going for it, people will be able to have kind of that spark. People will be able to kind of go for it. People will be able to do it. I think that's what the show and the original Mighty Ducks are doing, right, Luke?
Yeah, for sure. No, like just, I feel like the biggest message is like, you could do anything you want. Like as you're seeing in the trailer, like, they're trying to come up with this new team. Like they, Evan, although, he got cut and everything, I do like think that it's showing people that, he will put his mind to making his dreams come true. And even with the original Mighty Ducks, like just coming together as a whole is really such an important message.
I always ask about learning experiences, but I'm actually really curious about, excited to ask you about this one because, you I believe this was one of your first acting projects, right?
Yeah, this is my
Was this your your very first one? You said it was your first audition. I wasn't sure if it was.
Yeah, no, this is my very first acting.
So what I need to know, what were the learning experiences like? Not having to do the hockey and the skating. I want to do the acting because that's another thing.
Yeah, that's another,
That's
challenge.
a whole other challenge.
Yeah, but no, I think, the writers of the show are so creative to the point where like it gives you a lot to work with. I mean, they were also the kindest people, so they like would let you know like exactly who this character is. Like, of course I couldn't have done it on my own, like with the directors, everyone just helped each other out, especially during like COVID and everything. But no, like acting is difficult. I think it was a difficult switch for me because I had always done theater, and then going into TV is different because on theater you have to project to this large audience, but here it's a whole different ballgame. It's like you're just acting to the camera. So finding ways to like really get into his character was definitely challenging. I think me and Coob, the Coob that this kind of shy guy, I think that's not really like my personality, so I had to kind of like shift in a
That was a little bit
bit.
of a learning curve too, kind of transforming a little bit into Coop.
Yeah, that was probably one of the hardest acting parts of it, just like really getting who he is down, and being able to show that to a whole like other group of people every day is now going to go to another group of people, and it just like making sure people like when they look at him they know what he's trying to get across rather than like what I'm like what Luke, like who Luke is. I want to be that character. So
absolutely. And I want to know specifically the Mighty Ducks, the Ducks kids. What was talk a little bit about kind of working with the cast and the crew, and it seems like there's a lot of bonds and friendships made on set as well.
Oh yeah, no, we all like with COVID and everything, it was hard, but we all tried to like hang out, and like it was the most incredible experience. I think meeting new people is like I always say it's the like most fun part. I think especially like just how grateful seeing everyone is and how excited they are is also really cool. But no, definitely like during the hard times we all had to like come together and like be like we need to like push through and make sure that this gets done because it's been a dream of all of ours, and we had to take a long pause, so we were all like we're gonna be on our A games. And although everyone was definitely like working hard, pushing themselves, we all still found time to like really get to know each other. And I have made some of the most incredible friendships and meeting new people on that show. They're all the kindest you can ever think of.
It's amazing. I do have a non-Mighty Ducks question. I have a music question because you're a music guy, so I'm excited about this. So obviously I can't do this right now because of the pandemic, but I am a huge karaoke guy. I just love going to karaoke. So I want to know. I'll show you mine. Whether you like it or not, or maybe you've done it. You've dabbled in the karaoke, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my God.
What are your go-to karaoke songs? Like, do you know them on top of your head? Because I know mine. Yeah.
I haven't done karaoke in forever. I've been doing them like since I was literally the youngest. I would do karaoke on cruise ships with my sister.
Yeah, because there's some given karaoke songs that will get everyone off their feet and everyone pumped.
Yeah. I think I would always go to the book and look for If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. That one is definitely one of my favorites. And I also really, really love At Last by Etta James. I don't know, some like kind of like classics was what I would go with.
I go with a little bit of like the pop stuff and then like the rock pop punk stuff too, because that's like the party music. So I go with the Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
Then I go to kind of old school like classic rock songs. I go Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
Yes.
And I go Africa by Toto.
Yep, that's a popular one.
and then I just love like any Blink-182 song is one of my favorites to do. So All the Small Things or What's My Age Again. I don't know. They're just suddenly they're party songs.
Yeah, karaoke is the best thing ever. I think If there's anything I could do right now, I would go.
Absolutely. Luke, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. Seriously,
thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
I mean, Mighty Ducks Game Changers, Disney Plus, March 26th. It's gonna happen.
Everyone, go check it out.
It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna get to know. We're gonna get to know Coob a little bit more.
Yep. You'll see him in the next coming weeks. You'll get to see him.
Absolutely. Where can people follow you on social media to keep up to date with everything?
You could see me on all platforms at the Lucas Lam.
Absolutely. Well, seriously, thank you so much for doing this. Congrats
Thank you.
about the Mighty Ducks, and I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
Thank you so much.
Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Luke Islam and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.